And we are live. Welcome to Mock Girl Summer. I'm Wendi Earley, back for another week. My co-host Samantha Holt is in Vegas for the Circa event hosted by our very own Kelly Singh. So Josh is going to be joining us tonight. I'm super excited about that. So tonight on Mock Girl Summer, we will mock draft the PPR single QB redraft mock. It's a 14-team draft, and our special guest tonight is Amber Phillips from Fantasy Football Advice Netword. You guys, I got to hang out with Amber at the expo, and she is amazing. So I can't wait for her to come on. So, Josh, can we get this show rolling, please? Hey everyone, oh my gosh, I couldn't tell if I was going, so I'm so sorry you guys, but here we are. Amber, thank you for joining us.
Hey, look, I gotta say thank you for asking me in. I was in one time last year, and then I watched you guys last week, like heavy. I was in there, and I was like, man, I think I'm gonna ask to be on the show. And then you messaged me, and I was like, I feel special.
Oh, well, you are special. Are you kidding me? It was like the sisterhood thing. I'm like, I have to ask Amber because we got to hang out at the expo. We have a lot to talk about tonight. Hi, Josh.
Hi. How we doing, ladies?
Hey,
I'm just here filling in. I'm along for the ride, shooting the shit, drafting.
I'm
gonna try to do my best Sam Holt impression, but let's be honest.
Can I say one thing? You carried me into last year, though. It was Josh. You were hosting Wendi. Like Josh was hosting. Wendi, you were on. Like you obviously were on every week, and then I came on. So this feels very reminiscent, and it's actually bringing me back to like I'm ready for the season because of this. So
there you go. That's what we like to hear.
Yes, and we're going to talk about that because you told me that WOFF was one of the first pages that you ever started following on X, on Twitter.
Yeah, and it's so interestingly enough, I started on Instagram, and that's where I kept my life. I did jump on Twitter just to kind of like peruse because I realized that's where like people were, but I still never really went over there because I didn't want to. I'll still tell that truth every day. I don't care. But WOFF is the reason like that I am like, okay, so Tracy Sandler, we've got like attachments to GALvanize, we've got this, we've got that, and like women of fantasy football. That's what I want to be. That's where I aim to be. Like, who are they? How can I get connected? And thank God.
Here we are.
Yeah. Thank God.
Here we are.
Yes. For the expo. Thank God for networks. Thank God, you know?
Yes. All right. This is going to be great. You know what? I think we're going to go ahead and start the draft because, you know, it's 14, you know, so that's a lot. So we want to get rolling. So I'm going to go ahead and start the draft. Here we go. All right. We are rolling. So I'm going to say hi to everyone. We have all of our friends in the chat. Got my buddy Andrew. And Ann jumped in. I'm like, Ann, I need somebody. And there she is. All of my friends. Thank you guys so much. All of our friends. Look at, they're all coming to see you, Amber.
Oh, I forgot I was third. Okay, here we are.
Yeah, you're on the clock.
14-man PPR. Here we go. Let's get it going. Look, it's been a busy day, guys. I love you all. You know what? This I have not done yet, and I'm going to be wild. Wild.
Right.
We're going Gibbs.
Okay.
I mean, here's the thumbnail, so it works. And awesome.
Oh yeah.
So I picked the 4 spot when we set this up, and you hadn't joined yet, and then you jumped in at 3, and I was like, all right, let me move back a little bit because I want to be able to like space out time frames. But literally, the reason that I took the 4 spot was I'm like, all right, I feel like I can get Gibbs here. This is kind of in that range, and of course, you pick him at 3, so I wasn't going to get him anyway. So I feel better about having moved back.
So you guys, funny enough, I actually have a 14-man league. It's going to be live. So NFL Mike, I don't know if you guys have seen him. He's on Instagram. He's on TikTok. He's like all over the joint. We're going to do a 14-man team live on Saturday in LA, like outside of LA, but with a couple really pretty big influencer guys, like some guys that are really out there. And I was like, this is a perfect opportunity for me to like practice a little and kind of throw a different strategy at what I've been doing all year. So.
Oh man, look at this. We got Scampers joining. Yes. Oh, I do want to mention just real quick. I know we've already started, but it is for the people that are watching in the chat: 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, tight end, 1 flex, 1 kicker, 1 defense, and 5 bench spots. And I also would like to mention that we are all about celebrating women in sports. That goes for women-owned businesses as well. So do us a favor and go check out www.thegridirongoddess.com. Susan does a great job. She does so many great things for women to help, kickstart their love of fantasy football. She has hats, koozies, trophies, everything. So make sure you check that out, www.thegridirongoddess.com, and use code WOFF to save 15%. So let's look how everybody's doing here. We got the wide receivers going. That's how it went in the Queen's Classic, though. It really did. It's like I was 4th in the Queen's Classic, and it was 14, and it was also PPR. And I took Saquon. He fell to me. And then Gina, I had the Queen, of course, on one side of me. But I think I'm not sure if she would have taken Saquon, but she took CeeDee. So they're all right there in the same tier, I'd say.
Hey, Josh, do you mind if I jump in real quick and just piggyback off of Susan and the Gridiron Goddess situation? So with Football is Sexy, if you Instagram at Football is Sexy, we are going to launch her article. She has an article on, it's not such a, God, I'm trying to think of the title. It's such a good title. Susan, if you're watching, forgive me. It's not such a cute fantasy football story, but we're going to launch her article, and we have some graphics coming out for that. And we're going to collab with her and launch her story out on Football Sexy as well. So at Football Sexy, check it out.
That's huge.
This is a great segue into buying her ebook, because I just bought it, guys. And I know how to play, and I'm sorry, it's been helping me already.
I love that. And you are correct. You know what? I don't know why my thing didn't update. So you are correct, Ann. Thank you for that. What was I thinking? I don't know. Something wasn't updated, you guys. It happens, right?
All right. If Andrea snipes me here, I'm going to be a little upset.
Well.
Okay. She didn't. That's a good thing.
Okay.
All right.
You guys have to forgive my loud mouthness tonight.
No. I know you're all hyped up, and we want to hear all about what happened tonight.
So I'm at a leadership forum situation, and I won 3 months of a free leadership mentorship, essentially. And God only knows, we all could use it anytime, right? But I just feel like right now it's just it's a segue. I'll just say this out loud. 6 months since my mom passed today, right? And so we're in this place of just beauty and exhilarance, and we're all just thriving. Let's go. I'm in a hotel, and it's weird. So if I'm lagging, I apologize. And I'm excited to talk ball this season with you guys. That's all I can say. And now we can go to ball, and I'll shut up.
Oh no, you keep it. I love you, Amber. You know, this is a safe space, damn it. You can talk about whatever you want to. So, and I'm so sorry for your loss, honey.
No, I thank you. Me too. But at the end of the day, look, we gotta look, what do you want to leave behind? And it's where do you want to leave it behind? And I was I just started living really, really, really hard when she passed, because I was what do we want to do, guys? Where do we, if we were to die tomorrow, what would everybody say?
Yep.
So let's go. Let's move. All right, Charlene. That's what I'm talking about, girl. You can tell I'm tipsy. I'm sorry. I love you.
Hey, love it.
Heck yeah. We want the
Drafting
real
and
Amber.
drinking is so much more fun. Let's be honest.
Especially mocking. I was so excited. All right, go ahead, Wendi. I'm gonna shut up.
I wanted to know why'd you take Josh Allen as your second pick, please?
It's interesting. So we on Fridays, Mock It Like It's Hot. We do drafts the same way that we do here on Mock Girl Summer. And a few weeks ago, they did a 14-team PPR draft, and it has absolutely exploded on our YouTube page. It's over 5,700 views or something like that. And the more comments that come in, the more I'm answering questions and things like that. And people start talking about in smaller leagues 8-team, bigger leagues 14. Sometimes taking that positional advantage and just getting the guy that is going to carry your squad I'm all about it. And like Devon Achane is my RB3 heading into the season. He's already dealing with a hamstring injury. They're saying he should be fine by week 1, but again, it's a hamstring. But I'm going to take the talent there. And then when all the running backs kind of go, I was aiming for Neighbors with that first pick, and he went right before me. And I was like, I've been down on Amon-Ra St. Brown all season. I don't think he has the same kind of like wide receiver 3 overall upside that he's had in the past couple of years. And I'm like, you know what? I just want somebody that can carry my lineup. And for me, it was between Bowers and Allen. And really, at the end of the day, Allen's going to provide more points. So I'll take the anchor there with Allen, and we'll build out the rest of the squad and just kind of see how it plays out. This is why it's a mock draft. We'll see how it goes.
Yep. All right. Let's see. Just had 2 pints with a hot chick. You know what? I know who that hot chick better have been, Scampers.
It's funny, Josh. I really appreciate your delivery there, because it makes me just want to do something crazy.
Have fun, live it up.
I know. Well, if I wasn't the 103 or the third pick, I would move differently. But I think, oh God, this is okay. So real quick, I've got 30 seconds. I'm in a tough position, guys, and this is where you're at with 14 team, right? I went 2 RBs that I feel very confident in, especially moving into closer to the season. I've got 20 seconds, and so this is an opportunity where you decide. Am I going to go with a risky wide receiver, or am I going to go where I feel a little bit more solid? And I think I have to go with a risky wide receiver, and I'm going to go here where I don't think it's the best option, but I'm just going to do it anyway. So my wide receiver 1 is somewhere where I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe. I don't feel vulnerable. I don't feel like I can share. Okay. But I'm going to do it anyway. So.
I was gonna say, I thought, after singing the Josh Allen praise there, I thought maybe McBride might have been on your mind there and that advantage.
Look, you were not wrong. I was gonna go there. I was gonna go Daniels as well. Okay. I'm in a weird space in the past, so the 2 weeks closest to the season, I'm feeling a little strange. Okay, I'm feeling a little iffy about my decisions over the past couple months. Right, we're looking at the Commanders kind of making some weird decisions, and B-Rob, we know he's not the best thing on the planet, but he's a solid back. He's not necessarily all third down, but we're looking at some weird decisions. So do we go there? Do we go? We're looking at Justin Fields. I'm a Bears fan. We knew he wasn't it. He isn't him, but is he the guy in New York? He's not the guy. Is he going to get stuff done? Is he going to move his legs? Yeah, but is he going to make Garrett Wilson a start? I don't know.
Yeah, he did well throwing the ball to DJ Moore. So, and I think that seems to be where everybody's mind is when it comes to Garrett Wilson. We've seen Garrett Wilson do a lot of great things, but he hasn't had consistent quarterback play, right? He finally gets consistent quarterback play last year with Aaron Rodgers, but all Aaron Rodgers wanted to do was throw to Devontae Adams. So
I'm consistent is questionable.
Yeah, right.
Best,
right?
So,
but he's over 1,000 yards every year. But it's we know how much talent he has. He just hasn't had great quarterback play to really showcase that he has that sort of top 5 upside,
So let's talk about, it's Justin Fields. So not Justin Fields, but let's talk about Garrett Wilson's 1,000 yardage is Najee Harris's 30. He's at 1,000 yards for what? 4? It's been 4 seasons straight, I think.
Yep.
So,
and yet everybody's fading him, yet we're still propping up Garrett Wilson.
But here's the deal: it's the same thing. But it's a boomer bust 1,000 yards. So we're in a weird predicament. And yes, let me go back to the comments real quick. Hold on, I saw you posted it. Hold on, what was it?
I guess Angie did not draft Burrow. Well, guess what? He's there on your team now, Angie.
Look, Angie. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not opposed to Burrow, but I don't draft him ever. And I'm just you know what? He might be him. He might be it. Watch this draft. Somebody if we take this mock and we come back a year later, I guarantee you somebody wins a ship from this. There's a championship that comes.
I was strongly debating a different wide receiver instead of Marvin Harrison Jr., but I feel in some of these 14-team leagues, the deeper they are, try to get the early wins and take advantage of those early matchups. Marvin Harrison against the Saints in week 1 is just delicious.
anyone against the Saints in week 1.
Is it like the crab cakes? Like the crab cakes I just had, they were delightful. Delightful. Let's go. Oh man. So Wendi, where are we at? Wendi, who did you draft?
I'm not drafting.
Wait, you're not drafting?
No.
Girl, I'm barely
It's so much harder to host a mock draft and do these things. And you know what? The wide receiver that I was contemplating in the 3rd round is still there. So screw it.
Can we real quick? Can we talk about Foxworth? Right. So we have Genty, Henry, Hurts, and Sutton. And I'm sorry, I'm kind of loving all of that.
I love
a lot of rushing
Ashton
touchdowns in those first 3
Ashton
picks.
is my guy. I can't hardly ever get him. And look at her. She's got Derrick Henry too. She's sneaky. You got to watch her. She's like a fox.
Wait, oh yeah, yeah. She's good. She is good. All right. So question for you guys. Let me ask you this, because these are things I literally haven't had the opportunity to like ask people on lives. And I'm very excited to do this because like I didn't even have the opportunity at the expo. Who is too early for you? So like obviously we have some early exchanges happening when it comes to RBs. Like for instance, we went heavy RB in this current mock, but like I'm seeing James Cook in round 2, and that seemed to me that's too effing early.
Really? You think that's early?
I think that's too early for me. For me, I won't pay it. But who do you think is too early?
I mean, that's 3rd round in a 10-team league.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, yeah, I think, the lines get skewed a little bit when you're dealing with deeper leagues like this, but James Cook, I mean, sure, he's due for regression, right? He's not going to score 16 touchdowns again on the ground. But who's to say he doesn't score 9 rushing touchdowns?
Agreed.
People want to talk about, he was so down in the passing game last year. I brought this up on multiple streams. They didn't play like 20 quarters last year. The starters didn't. So like, yeah, his overall numbers could have been that much better if the Bills' offense just wasn't as good as they were last year, right? So if they regress a little bit to the mean, he's going to have more receptions. He's going to have more opportunities. So even if the touchdowns come down to earth a little bit, the receptions are still likely to increase. He got his contract. He's back in camp. I'm not worried about James Cook at all, quite honestly.
I'm not worried about him. I just feel like, I'm sorry. Like, I guess in 14 team, maybe we're in a different position, but I just feel like it's still too early. Because here's the deal. I will say this. As much as I drafted 2 running backs in 2 rounds, right? Which is insane. Like for me, I really don't do that. Like I've only been doing it because I've been drafting like weird leagues, right? Like the leagues with weird scoring. We call it smash button scoring, right? So smash button weird stuff. But like at the end of the day, like I really do feel like we have tiers of running backs that you can drop later. And here we've gone, this is insane. And I think it's because everybody on here knows what they're doing. That's the difference, right? Because I've been talking to a lot of home leaguers, right? How many home leaguers? Okay, let me ask you this. How many home league, office league people have you guys been helping lately in the past week?
I mean, I get
kind of what it's. Yep, you're on the clock though, Amber.
No, I got you. No worries.
Yeah,
I'm on my phone because I was like, I can't do both apparently today.
Yeah, honestly, a lot of our talk, especially on our YouTube page lately, has been about like small teams, small leagues, like 8-team leagues. We've had a lot of questions about that. We've gotten the 10s, the 12s, things of that nature. We get a little bit of everything, quite honestly. But home leagues are just they're so wild, and that's why I like doing these types of mocks, because we did one mock where Ashton Genty went number 1, and literally we got a comment on the video like, this is the perfect setting for my home league, and I was so excited, and I've got the first pick, and then Genty goes, and I feel like I've absolutely wasted my time watching this video because Genty's not going number 1. And I tried to like respectfully explain. I was like, look, while that's not the case, maybe Bijan Robinson goes 1, right? A running back might still go number 1 overall, or maybe a wide receiver goes 2, and you're anticipating taking a wide receiver at 1. There's still a lot that you can follow and that you can take from these drafts, whether the person that is in the spot where you are would do exactly what you would do. Like everybody's going to have a difference of opinion, right? But you've got, at the first pick, if you're taking Ashton Jeanty because you really like Ashton Jeanty, guess what? You're not getting him in the second round. So if you want him, take him. Plain and simple. Like, that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad about that at all, but it still just kind of like threw me for a loop a little bit. I'm like, how can people just not understand little things like that? I don't know. It was just kind of
there's nuances. So last night, I'll say this. I'm sorry if I'm interrupting. Is there anything we want to talk about on the board, Wendi?
Well, actually, I kind of wanted to, now that we've been through about 4 rounds, kind of see if anybody's team is standing out to you. What are you thinking, Amber? Are you still liking Fox over there? Or
I love where Fox is standing. I feel very weird about mine because it's the first time I've done this, and I'm like, I feel very strange about that. Let's look. We got is that Susan Gridiron?
That's Angie?
That's Angie.
Oh, that's Angie. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I thought I knew her name. Did you change your name, Angie? Like, look,
nope, she is the OG.
I know. I was like, look, I see one. I don't remember that last year. Okay, just forgive me. My brain is mush, but it's fine. All right. So, I still don't have enough faith in Pickens. I don't have enough faith there. I don't, because his attitude, because he's one attitude. Like, I called it this morning. I was like, gratitude-y, where he's like pretends to be grateful, but he's got a attitude towards everything, and he's one attitude tantrum away from being off the team. So
it kind of seems like might be a little bit of a problem child there.
I mean, the attitude is what the attitude is. Like that's the price of doing business with George Pickens, as I like to call it. But no, I mean, when you look at the upside of that Dallas Cowboys passing attack, like, their running game is dog shit. So they have to throw the football. Like, it's going to be CeeDee Lamb and it's going to be George Pickens. My biggest issue with George Pickens, he hasn't shown in college or in the pros that he can score touchdowns consistently.
Yeah.
So, and that, like, does he have the upside for 1,300 yards? Absolutely. But is he going to score more than 6 touchdowns? I don't know.
So and I'm not worried about touchdowns for him. For me, it's gonna be the bomb throw down the field. It's gonna be those long passes. So if you're in a bonus league, I feel like George Pickens is the answer. Don't get me wrong. Like, I just think it's gonna open up the field for them in general. I think, okay, so Wendi, this breaks down. I think for me, in my current position, I do really enjoy I look, Jamar Chase, like, one, we got Vince Maps, right? Is that what it is? Hold on.
Yeah.
I really do. I like the Kamara. I like, because that's volume king, right? This is redraft, so we don't have to worry about anything. Like, I think everybody this year is hilarious. We're done talking about Kamara being hurt, because last year he, like, it was
the
like,
RB5, I believe, in points per game.
Right. So,
like, even on bad teams, he just keeps doing it. Like,
we're underestimating again. I do think Harvey's going early, but we know Harvey's going to be target king. There's going to be some target king in that short pass stuff. Like, unless Bo just decides to take it himself and Harvey gets nothing, like, we're in a weird position there. But I don't think Peyton will let that happen. Like, so. What about you, Josh? What do you think? Where are you at?
With what, my team or
your teams in general? What teams how are you feeling?
I don't really know how I feel about my team yet. I love getting the value there of Odunze in the 5th. I think he's going to have a big season. I don't know how I feel about having 2 Miami Dolphins on my team, but I do love targeting Tyreek Hill around that line because I think he's such a good value. I love the Igbuka pick that that Brittany snagged there in the 5th. And Pearsall. God damn it, Brittany. You're just like,
no, dude,
like, what the fuck? All right. What am I gonna do here?
Look, Wendi, Wendi, I could not talk about Brittany twice. I'm going to, Brittany. I love you.
I know.
And you know I'm going to, but your team is slaughtering the rest of us like wholeheartedly on value. Like, capital and value. Like, if you're on a budget and you're like, I don't have enough money, like, you literally just bought the entire store for $2. Okay. So
I'm telling you, it's that she's got all the inside track from the player profiler and the fantasy footballer. She's just like, I'm just going to scoop everything up here. I got you.
Oh, Vince.
Can't stand dolphins. They think they're so smart. Oh, smart, yeah.
Them Australians, I'll tell you. You gotta watch them.
God, you guys are hilarious. Okay, so my show's on Wednesday. I'm literally doing a shameless plug right now. So I'm gonna
Please.
I'm doing my show on Wednesdays, guys. Queen Ransom. I was literally like, oh my God, I'm too busy to do my show and to do my league. But how am I supposed to run away from an all fantasy football female league? And the show that goes with it. Right. So I'm not doing that. We're doing it. It's gonna be on Wednesdays. I don't know what time, because if you guys are on at 9, I'm not doing it at 9 Eastern. So I guess it's going to have to be at 8. The only problem with 8 Eastern is that my West Coast people are going to have to try to come on at 5. That's hard. But
honestly, so for the longest time, our flagship show here on Club Fantasy, no pun intended, we did it at 7:00 Eastern. And, views were okay. We did okay on replays, but, every once in a while we would like make arrangements like with a guest, so like we would push the show back some, or we would pre-record it and do all these different things. And we were playing around with it one day where we decided to move it back, and we did it for like a month straight, and just the live views on YouTube were so much better later. And I was like, all right, I think 9:00's our spot. So like most of our live shows now are either 9 p.m. Eastern or 10 p.m. Eastern. And like this one here, we do at 10 p.m. We have our in-season show on Thursdays that we do, the Sneaky Flex that Wendi hosts with the Sneaky Girls. We do that show a little bit earlier just because they're 10-year-old twin girls. Like, we're not going to make them, stay up super late.
Yeah. Are we talking about with the Kennedy? Wait, no.
It's Rowan and Maisie.
Oh, yes. Yes. The girls. Okay. So I love that you said that, because like I'm in the same boat of like I don't ever want to push it that late, but we get really great views, even East Coast stuff. Like if it's East Coast late, but West Coast, I remember I lived there for 10 years. Mm-hmm. It was really complicated.
I was gonna say a large portion of our audience, honestly, is West Coast.
Yeah.
Well, and I lived there 10 years, and it was really complicated. I know I'm on the clock. That it was, the situation was me having to like maneuver, like I'm in traffic on my way home from Santa Monica to downtown, basically the Staples Center, and then having to do my live and making sure that my guests were on. And like, it was just a lot. And I just think of people like that, but not everybody lived in the concrete jungle the way that I did. So I need to calm down. So.
Well, that's why we do Sam's show on Tuesdays
Sam
at 10.
doesn't get home until
she's on West Coast time too. And so even getting home at like, 7 p.m. sometimes for her is a little difficult.
Dude, I'm sorry. Real quick, I got 10 seconds. The ADP on Sleeper is terrible, and now I don't even know how to live my life. Okay, so we're going to go nuts, and I'm going to go. Like, somebody asked me to do this earlier, and I'm going.
Oh, I was just going to ask you that. I was going to be like, when are you going to take a quarterback?
No, and I wasn't going to do it, but somebody asked me earlier at this leadership forum I'm at in South Carolina. Mick Hunt, by the way. Just throwing it out there. Shameless plug for this guy. He's amazing. Somebody said, hey, see, now look at the quarterback run. I love this.
Holy Jesus.
Oh, wow. Praise be. Look, we'll call him off Knicks and we'll call him off Mayfield. So that's a reference to Handmaid's Tale, guys. Just saying. But yeah, they were like, hey, can you draft Bo Nix in the 3rd? And I was like, never in my life would I ever do that. But yes, like I will draft him for you. It's fine. Charlene, what? Oh, did I snipe you, Charlene?
Yeah, I think she was looking for Nick.
Of course she was. I'm sorry, baby girl. I love you. It's only a mock, though. Don't worry. It's not real life.
I really don't think you're sorry, but
I look. I have a sorry piece. Hold on, I'll show it. It's right here. Sorry piece. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm kind of sorry, but like I'm really not though. Because I made it.
That.
Made it to the front. I'm sorry.
That's so funny.
Charlene, will you be in my redraft league? Will you be in Queen's Ransom?
Oh yeah, Charlene. Charlene cannot say no to you.
I put it? No, I'll put it on a boombox and I'll come stand outside your window.
In your eyes.
In your eyes.
Man, I was going through it. I'm like, all right, this is usually right around the time that I feel like I can start kind of targeting Matthew Golden, and here I am, Angie.
Oh, he's gone.
Round, and I'm like, God damn, what the
I
hell?
love him though. He's one of my guys. Like if he's there, he's one that I'm gonna take.
I really was not that high on him on the draft, and like everything that I've seen throughout the preseason, I'm like, all right, you know what? Packers clearly know more than I do. I'm starting to buy in here.
Wait, who are we talking about? Sorry, I missed the
Matthew Golden.
Oh, so I did watch tape. I did do an all 22 on him. I was not like, for me being an NFC North, like I'm a Bears fan. Hey, Erica, what's up, girl? That's my Bears fan. Love right there. I was a little like, there was one Packers fan at the NFL draft party we did, and he was stoked. He was so excited to get a skilled player for once. Like, I don't think they've done that in how many years, right?
Yeah, it's been
and so he was so excited. And I was like, dude, like that was like me when Colston Loveland dropped. Don't get me wrong. I love Colston, but like, why are we taking Colston Loveland at the 10 when we need to protect our quarterback? Like, what are you doing? So we have multiple other moves we could have made. And then when drafting Luther Burden, there was a whole question mark. Like, I'm like, what are we returning back into like the 05 Bears? I don't love this, but so anyways, the Matthew Golden thing, I did watch his tape and I do enjoy who he is, but here's the deal. Like, I know we have injury prone wide receivers, but we have multiple players, wide receivers that are really good, and they haven't moved any of them from the Packers. So it concerns me for his value for fantasy. Do you feel the same, Josh?
Or Wendi? Yes and no. The biggest thing that I know with the Packers, they're going to run a lot of 2 wide receiver sets, right? Yeah. And quite honestly, I think their best and most talented player is Jaden Reed, but he's a slot receiver, so he comes off the field, when they're on these 2 wide receiver sets. So much of Reed's production simply comes from schemed looks. Like they're scheming to get him open because he's so dangerous with the football. But when you're playing so much 12 personnel, 21 personnel, it's going to be Matthew Golden on the football field. It's going to be Romeo Doubs or Christian Watson whenever he gets back up and healthy. So, like, I think anytime when you're looking at opportunities, Matthew Golden's going to have those opportunities. And he has shown some really strong hands in camp. Like, it legitimately gets me excited that when they're throwing the football his way, he could very easily catch 70% of his passes, of his targets, excuse me.
Well, of his targets, but how many targets could he actually get? That's going to be the question, right? Like, we still have Tucker Kraft in the way. We still have Josh Jacobs. We still have, Marshawn Lloyd's going to be hurt for the rest of his life. That poor kid, he's never going to make it. But like, it is what it is. And that sucks because I invested a lot in him, and thank God that league dissipated so quickly. Like, somebody ran off with the money. I don't even know what happened. It was the first time that's ever happened to me, where somebody just disappeared with the money that we invested into the league. And I was like,
wow, that's shitty.
I know. I feel bad for the winners because I didn't win that year. It was bad. But so that does happen, folks, by the way. If you're new here, be careful of who you invest in your leagues with.
Facts.
And that's true too. I mean, honestly, even with home leagues and stuff like that, I was in a league one time where this guy was not going to pay people. And I'm like, you know what? You're not going to pay other people, but you're going to pay me because I won. I don't care if nobody else is going to argue with you over the rest of the money. That's fine, and guess what? He did.
Look, Wendi, I'm proud of you for that. See, look, stand up. See, this is why I love Wendi.
I mean, you don't want to be a jerk about it, but that's why you make sure it's people that or you have other platforms that you can use. You can use League Safe. You can even if you pay a little small percentage of something, it's worth it to protect everyone's money. Especially what if it's going to a charity or something even.
Yep.
100%.
So I agree. And what's funny? I will say this. I didn't understand until I got deeper into multiple charity leagues, right? Like running a Scott Fishbowl Live, like, and then working. So here's the deal. Like the league that I was in that this dissipated, and I won't say any names, obviously, is like, they're supposed to be like analysts, head honcho guys. They're not the analysts we know. None of you guys know them. So for me, I don't consider them actually known. But at the time, I really thought, I was like, oh man, I'm in the league of leagues. Like, these are the guys. And then when I watched that happen, I was like, wait, what? And then all of a sudden I like took a
Wow.
peek, and I was like, it happened. So anyways, it's my turn. Yeah, to go on a side rant. Again, we're closer to the season, guys. I feel like I want to go back real quick to the Vince Mapstone comment about Foxworth has already won, because I agree.
Wrap it up. All right. So join us
Wow, it's the quickest mock draft we've ever had.
next week for our last episode of Mock Girl Summer next week.
Because I know
See
you
y'all
featured
later.
it, but I didn't see it, so I wanted to say it out loud. Sorry, it was hilarious to me because I was like, yeah, I feel the same. I feel the same exact way. And I love what I will say though about doing lives and drafting, guys. If you're ever nervous about getting asked to be on a live, just do it, because you get to the point where you have 10 seconds left and you're still gonna figure it out. Like, I'm not nervous anymore like I used to be, and this has nothing to do with alcohol. This has to do with just in general. Like, you just get to a point where like, I don't care. Because
everyone starts somewhere though, right?
because I am going to take Stevenson in the 8th, because I still am going to put some faith in the fact that last year was a really awkward year, and that he's still going to make some moves this year. And I know Travion's coming in, but he's still a rookie at the end of the day. And
I love Stevenson that late. Like, Josh McDaniels has shown that he will have a split backfield. He will have somebody that will be dedicated to those first and second downs. Travion Henderson, like, I think his ceiling is probably like 150 carries. But it, like, for me, I'm perfectly fine taking him where he's going because of the pass catching upside. Like, we've seen high end pass catching value from guys like James White in this Josh McDaniels scheme. And when you look at the Patriots wide receiver room, why would they want to deny Travion Henderson 90 targets? Let's be honest here. He's the best pass catcher they have outside of Stephon Diggs. So that inflates his upside so much that, yeah, he will pay off at ADP. But Stevenson's going to have every opportunity to score touchdowns. And Josh McDaniels' offenses, I think out of 10 years that he's called plays, 8 of those years he's been in the top 7 in rushing touchdowns scored. Like, he will run the football inside the numbers.
Yep.
So there's going to be plenty of opportunity for both Henderson and Stevenson to rack up fantasy points. And in the 8th round of a 14-team league, Stevenson is a screaming value, in my opinion.
I agree. And I'm so glad you said that, because Wendi, Josh, nobody's talking about it. Like, and I'm saying nobody, meaning that like the amount of things that I'm able to watch and capable of watching, but it's
we've been talking about Stevenson all summer. My co-host Joe Zolo, on No Pun Intended, he is a Patriots fan. Yeah. And he's literally, from the moment they drafted Henderson, and everybody's been hyping his praises. And Henderson was my RB2 heading into the rookie draft. Like, I love this kid. I think he's so incredibly talented. But his whole stance was, that's great. Henderson's going to be great. Stevenson's still going to be the guy in 2025.
Wait, hold on, Josh. Hold on. Vince, was that, he said, oh, he'll run all right straight to the waiver wire. Who's that about, Vince? Is that about Stevenson?
I'm pretty sure that's who he's talking about.
Vince, let's fight. Let's go. Look, we'll meet up and we will Mortal Kombat that shit straight to the bone. Let's go. Final.
My money's on Amber.
Look, listen, because here's the deal. Like, I understand he's not going to be an RB1. That's okay. But a consistent back that's going to lay it out, because they're going to need it there, right? Mm-hmm. Like, we've got all these issues. There's a lot of issues over there. And I'm sorry, like last year, we put a little too much faith in him. And it wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault. It was us fantasy players that did too much.
Yeah, that line was awful.
Yeah. I mean, look at me. I'm a Bears fan, and I still continue to be one. So, look, I mean, it's my fault, okay? Well, it's really my mom's fault because I was born this way, but that's fine, you know? Salmons for hands? Salmons?
Yes. Ramondre fumbles the ball a lot. Josh McDaniels really doesn't care. He's not the Bill Belichick type that's just going to straight up bench you for fumbling.
Salmons? Why did I visualize that so well, Vince? I love you so much. I don't want to fight you anymore. Salmons?
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. You know how many salmons I've cut up as a chef? Like, a classically trained chef. I'm like, God damn it. I see the whole thing. I see it all.
You will never look at salmon again.
I know. I see Ramondre's face. Look, Ramondre's poor little face is just like salmoning on. Oh man. Okay. All right, Vince. All right. We need to apparently sit down and have a conversation because you're not very you're very smart. You're not as silly as I thought.
Ooh. Oh no, he's exactly as silly as you think.
Were you at the expo, Vince, and I didn't meet you? Was he at the expo, Wendi?
No, he lives in Australia.
Australia. Oh, that would have been an expensive trip for Canton. That would have been a lot. That's an expensive trip. Canton's, it's funny because Canton's not expensive. It's getting to Canton that's expensive.
I drove because I live not too far. 6 hours. It wasn't bad.
Wait, it's only 6 from Chicago to...
Yeah, 6 hours from my house. Well, it's probably 7 hours from Chicago, but I'm an hour from Chicago. So.
Where are you?
I'm in Northwest Indiana.
We did talk about this. Okay, yeah. Nashville is 8, but plus gas and stops, it's like 8.5 almost total, right? Like I'm very quick. Like my husband came with me and it was the worst thing ever because he stopped so much more than I do. It was terrible. He's like a woman. I love him. I love you, babe. No, me driving. I drove to South Carolina yesterday and I got here. It said 6 hours. I got here in 5 hours and 55 minutes and I stopped to get shoes. Okay.
Erica knows we're region rats. Erica lived in Griffith, which is like a couple towns over from where I live. So she lived here. I can't remember what year it was, but when she came back and visited, Erica and her wife, Monica, and my husband and we all had breakfast one morning. It was amazing.
I love that.
I know. Yep, that's our region rats.
So Josh, where do you live?
I live in Florida. I'm just south of St. Pete, Tampa.
You're just okay. So the reason I'm here is, again, football sexy is the reason I'm in South Carolina right now. My CMO, she lives in Orlando, like right down the street from Disney. Do you have kids, Josh?
Nope.
Okay. I was gonna say, if you had kids, look, she's got Disney passes. I'm gonna hook you guys up.
I lived in Orlando for 5 years. I graduated from college up there.
I was like, you graduated from Disney? You're
No, I'm not a Disney adult at all.
I can't afford to be in a Disney.
That's actually a classification that I've never understood in my life at all.
I think we all just like
get married there. They have destination weddings at Disney. I mean, and I'm not knocking it.
Look, I'll drink around the world in Epcot. Okay. Don't get me wrong. I will do that all day. But yeah, no. I think I think the last time I was at Disney was it had to have been close to 10 years ago. It's been a hot minute.
That makes sense. I was there, I was in Disneyland, which again is not the same. It is really
very different.
No, it's mediocre as hell, comparatively speaking, to Disney World. But I was there
well, I'm sorry if you were offended by my comment, Andrea.
No. Disneyland is mediocre compared to Disney World. I don't care what anybody says. But at the end of the day, I love rides. I don't love spending a shit ton of money and walking for no reason. So if there's a ride, I'm in. I mean, I guess Disneyland's better for that reason. I don't know.
Well, then you would not have been drinking, Charlene, hopefully.
Well, she could have.
Wait, what did she say? Hold on. I still have not done drink. Oh, me either. All right, Charlene, we're going, girl. Look, me and Charlene and I think we connected. We didn't even talk that much, but I was like, I see you. Look, I'm looking at you right now, deep in the eyes.
She's great. She's great.
No, we're going to look, I'm going to fly out. We don't have to go to Disney World. We can go anywhere. We'll just make it happen.
Just do it. That's what this is about. And, after you pick, I wanted to mention, Amber, I did kind of stalk your bio a little bit. So what I loved on your bio said big on football, bigger on community. And I was like, whoa. I mean, to me, that kind of hit home because that's what I kind of feel that we're trying to do here. So if you can give some tips to women who are maybe just starting, out playing fantasy football, or maybe want to do some content or something like that. I know you have another pick coming up, but so.
No, you're good. I appreciate it. Sorry, I'm just having so much absolute fun that I really appreciate the actual question. And yes, thank you, Charlene. And also I want to real quick, before I answer this question and my next pick, I do want to go back to, he can't debone a fish with those hands. Sorry. That is hilarity. Okay. So when we get Charlene on the comedy stage, we're gonna do an open mic night. We're gonna make some stuff happen. Because thank you. And thank you again. And with this pick, I'm going to pick another tight end, and I'm gonna reach a lot. And I'm gonna do it because I really like the way that he moved. And
wow.
Yeah, I'm reaching, and I'm going hard and heavy on him because I really truly believe that they're going to lean on Arroyo a lot. And I can say it because I already drafted him. I don't like talking about picks in a mock until they're picked, but Arroyo, I think, is going to make a lot of big moves with this team. I think they're going to do a lot of play action with him. I think that he's going to be a target king. I really do believe that. So,
all right, you heard it here first.
Want to put that out there. And then, so community for me, my whole theme of the entire panel was community. My theme of today at this business forum I'm at, right, is community. It's like, so I'm at a modern leadership forum right now as we speak, right? And ideally, right, we need to lead in a modern way. Because the historical way of leading is like, you tell people what to do, they listen. We don't talk about our feelings. We don't talk about where we've been. That's obsolete, right? We put that out the window, throw it out the window, like the window in front of me. I just want to throw it out and say, we talk about vulnerability. We talk about where we've been from. We talk about our families. We talk about our friends. And because for me, empathy is I listened to an FBI, international FBI kidnapping investigator today. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Right. Crazy. For 25 years, that's what he did. He went to all these different countries and talked to like the cabal, basically. Right. And so here we are in this place where he's like, his topic of conversation was empathy. How do we bring up the small creator with us? Like I have, look, on Instagram, my whole thing, I started on Instagram. I still only have, I think, 780 followers. I don't even know. I don't look. I don't care anymore. I don't care. I used to care. I don't care. Because, I have a community. I have Wendi. I have Josh. I have Charlene. I have Unwind, right? I have Rachel, Tootsie Pop. I have FSAN. I have Football is Sexy. I have all these people who know who I am, and I don't need to know how many followers I have. I don't care how many likes I have and how many impressions that I have, and it's because I'm working on the back end. Now, if you're an influencer, I want to help you get to the place where you're getting the impressions that you need to succeed. And that's all I'm saying is that, like, if you have quality information to give out, or if you're funny, or if you have something to give, here's the deal. If you're not good on camera and you don't like it and you're good at making videos, cool. There's a place for you. I'll find it.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Huge. It is. That's so awesome, though. I mean, because everyone has to start somewhere. I still don't feel comfortable doing this. Do you think I go back and I watch myself and I'm like, oh my God, did I really say that? But you know what? I don't care, because everyone here loves me and I love them. They show up here every week. They join the mocks. Like this 14, filled up quick, and it is about the community, and there is a place for everyone here.
And that's what it is there's a place for everyone, meaning that if you want to be a part of this industry and this business, whether it's as a passion or a hobby or a career, guess what? I'll tell you, there's a place for you. And then I mean that, meaning that, like, look, I'm gonna be honest, guys. Look, I don't know how many people are watching. Thank God I can't tell how many people are watching. I'm broke. Okay. Broke.
We all are.
Broke. But guess what? I won't stop doing it because I love it. Look, do you see the smile? I'm ear to ear. Last year, you go back and watch last year's episode of me, Josh and Wendi. Last year, and I was like, I'm so nervous. I don't know what to do with my hands. This year, I was like, girl, I can't wait. I jumped on 6 minutes. I said, please email me the link because I can't get in. Because I love you guys. Yep. And it's that easy, and we love each other, and that's it. So if you want a place in the business, if you want a place somewhere in the business, not with FSAN, not with Football Sexy, but with whoever, call me. I'll call them for you. If you can't call them, I'll do it for you.
We are making connections. I love it. You were like the perfect guest for this week. I am telling you.
I'm ridiculous.
She's
ridiculously good. You know what? She was like this. I barely got to talk to her at the expo because she's like this star walking around, and she's handling business. I mean, this woman is handling business there. I mean, she was amazing.
First of all, when you said that, you're like, I didn't get to see you because you were a star, and I was like, oh, I literally cried. Like, I went home and cried a little because I was like, I just don't know how to sit still, Wendi. It's not because I'm a star. I just don't know how to sit still.
I'm telling you, I'm just like, you were moving the whole time. But, you know, working with your group there, man, you have a great group of people there. Do you fit in like perfectly with them? They love you. I can tell you that.
They do. And if you guys haven't checked out Fantasy Sports Advice Network, I have to plug it because like these are my people. And like I've been working with we were somebody else before. We merged, we came together, and now we've created this entity. And we didn't have the product to show you guys. Like we didn't have the product to show you immediately at the expo because we've been working really hard financially and expeditiously trying to get this product out to you. But like we've created a space where every brand like WOFF, every brand like FSB, right? Like every brand can bring themselves to this space and then monetize there instead of going to all these different spaces. I just realized it's almost my turn. I was like, hold on.
It is almost your turn. You can think about what you got going on.
No, we're good. I just looked and I was like, oh, I didn't look. Okay. So anyways, Fantasy Sports Advice Network, FSAN.com, and go there. Just check it out. There's a lot of articles. Our writers are working really hard to put out good content. You know, we're on all the socials. I'm working on the back end with multiple other people. Joe Frick. If you guys met Joe Frick at the expo, like we already know, he's like by far the coolest person. He's way cooler than me. I'm sorry. Like way cooler.
He didn't talk to me.
He didn't talk to you. What do you mean? Explain this.
No, I just mean like he was so busy. Like he's another one of those people that is just like constantly everyone is attracted towards him. Like, you know what I mean? So
he's not that important. No, I'm just kidding. None of us are that important. Oh no. Who do I pick? 8 seconds, guys.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
No, it's my fault. You know what? I'm gonna go Hopkins. Awesome. Look, I'm gonna go Hopkins. Look, I got faith. You just gotta have faith.
Well, and you know it's getting pretty thin at wide receiver position. And look at it, you can imagine how thin it's going to be like during waivers in a 14 team. So you should take who you can now, right?
Okay, so let's talk about Vince. All right, real quick. I just have to go back to his team now because I was really high on his team, and then he went and took a downfall. Vince, I love you, but you went like really far south real fast, bro. Like. Look, like Stephon Diggs, I'm all in on that, I guess, to some degree. But like Pittman, Godwin, and Ayuk, man, you were in my safe space, and now you're not in my safe space. I'm just talking smack. Look, I'm just talking smack because that's what we do, right? Like,
well, yeah. I would not expect any. I'm
gonna go to this weird place.
I am really curious about how Tampa is going to handle the Chris Godwin injury. Like the report came out Thursday about, you know, they were going to activate him off the PUP list. So he's still active during games. That way they can begin his ramp up period. Yet there's still a chance that he doesn't even play until week 6, week 7. And that just really confuses me because now you're basically just down a player, for the first 6 weeks of the season.
Right. What are your initial thoughts on that? Because like obviously you like it confuses you, but what are your thoughts?
I mean, if he's not going to play, put him on the PUP list. Like, create that extra roster spot for break glass in case of an emergency person, right? Like, injuries happen in the NFL. I also understand that, it's a 53-man roster and like right out of the gate, 6 of them aren't active on game day anyway. So, it may not matter. And that's just what they're ultimately trying to do is just get him in practice because if he's on the PUP list, he's not practicing. Right. So,
right.
There's some level of logic to that, I guess, but I I don't know. It really confuses me, especially when they're already down Jalen McMillan as well. Like, he's starting the year on IR because of the neck injury. So basically you're starting 3 wide receivers. One of them isn't even available. And it's from a team management perspective, it just baffles me a little bit.
You know what? I have a question about that because I have him in the Queen's Classic. Like, is he worth, like, should I put him? I think I have an IR spot. Like,
if you have an IR spot, stash him in IR. If he's there, yeah. I mean, but the problem is though,
PSA.
Because if he doesn't start on the PUP list, you won't be able to put him on IR literally until game day or whenever the injury reports come out that they rule him out for a given week.
Okay. Good to know. All right, so I'm seeing that we have a couple teams that have not taken a quarter. I say there's one that has not taken a quarterback yet.
I got to say, I'm not the biggest Justin Fields person, and I took Josh Allen incredibly early. 14-team leagues, I'm fine taking a second quarterback. How the hell did Justin Fields make it this far down the board in a fantasy draft?
Wait, he hasn't been drafted?
I literally just drafted him in the 13th round.
So let me tell you. Okay, so that's on. Okay,
that surprised me.
Okay, I will say this to everyone out there listening in the world. Look, my ass wasn't out paying attention because he would have been snatched up. Because here's the thing: as much as he's not going to pass well, I'm telling you, PSA, he's not. It's not going to be what you think.
Terrible thrower of the football.
I was really upset. Like, I was genuinely upset about the Bears trading him for Skittles and Twix. Like, that was annoying. But at the end of the day,
you thought you got Twix in the deal too?
One though, one little one stick though, not like two or a quad.
You got a left and not a right?
Yeah. We didn't get the whole thing. We got like a bag. No, you know what it was? It was Red Vines and a half a Twix. Like that's how we traded him. So I felt bad for the kid because he could have been developed, but I think that if you mess with somebody that young in their brain, you're gonna mess with how they function. Yeah. You can redevelop that if he chooses so, right? But and again, this goes into where I'm at right now. I'm in this leadership forum nonsense, right? So it's and I don't say nonsense in a bad way. I just mean it it's just a bunch of we reframe how you think, reframe how you move. So Justin Fields could have been great. Eberflus was a terrible idea. He was a terrible idea to me. I didn't love him. I hated him. I did not want him there. And then Ryan Poles, I was very excited about. I think that he makes really great maneuvers and make moves. But at the end of the day, Justin Fields could have made potential. He's not going to be a great passer. At the end of the day, the fact that he went to the 13th round is insane.
Especially with his rushing floor,
his legs.
And that's kind of been my whole thing with fantasy. Everybody's like, oh, he's going to be a top 10 quarterback every year that he starts. He's a top 6 in points per game, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I get those numbers, right? The fact is, he never plays a full season. He just doesn't do it. So I don't really care what his fantasy points per game are.
To Monica, the CEO of Football Sexy.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
So
hi.
So
let's go.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just want to make her say hi because we're in the same room.
Yes, that's amazing.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. But no, at the end of the day, a quarterback still needs to be able to throw the football. That's how they're going to sustain success because this is 2025. This isn't 1937. Quarterbacks need to throw the football. So, I don't think he's going to throw 500 times. Quite frankly, I would be shocked if he throws 450 times. I might even be shocked if he throws 420 times. But he's going to run the football a ton. But everybody has him so high in their rankings because they're instantly thinking, oh, he's going to have another 1,000-yard rushing season. That happens once in a blue moon. Quarterbacks don't do that every year.
But real quick, let's go back to, and this is a really hot topic. Hold on, I got 26 seconds. Here's the thing. I'm going to tell you guys. I'm going to tell you something. It's really debating on, do I want to take another tight end that nobody believes in because I believe in them, or with 12 seconds left, am I going to go silly face and I have 4 seconds. I don't really have a choice. Okay. Oh, here we go. We're just gonna go. Nope. Now I'm screwed. I screwed myself. That's fine. So back to Justin Fields because the conversation is more important. Is he's going to have legs, but here's the deal. It's looking like a committee. I'm not saying, I still believe in Breece Hall, and I still believe that his ADP is way too low, and I appreciate it. I really do. Cause like, look, I got him.
I have so much Breece Hall this year. I love it.
Dude, I know it's like sexy as hell because I've gotten so much Breece Hall because I'm like, oh, okay, you guys don't believe that. They're like, even Pat Kerwin and all them, everybody's like, it's going to be a committee. And I'm like, whatever. No, it's not. Like when it comes down to the nuts and bolts. All right, Dan, how do I say that? Danielle Shima. Oh, you're fading the whole off, and that's a lot. That makes me sad.
I mean, I get it. Like it it's supposed to be a derivative of the Lions offense, right? Like, but they just don't have the talent to do that. But my biggest issue is like everybody's, up on Fields and they're like, oh, well, he's going to end up starting this whole year, et cetera, et cetera. Like, I get it. Tyrod Taylor's nothing special. But I think what people are really forgetting, he plays in New York.
Oh, my God. I hate myself. Hold on. Sorry. All right. I'm dumb. I would never do this in my life.
If the Jets really start slow and Justin Fields is not leading them to wins, I do think there's a good chance that Justin Fields gets benched. And I think that's what people just don't want to realize. Like, if he was playing in Indianapolis, it wouldn't matter. If he was playing in Las Vegas, it wouldn't matter. You're in New York. New York is like the media capital of the world. The pressure that he will face to be good is astronomical. And if he's not good, benching will happen, plain and simple. So and that's the problem. He's not a good passer of the football. So there's a logic behind the fact that he could.
It really is his feet. His feet don't move. And it's like so funny because I already knew, like, I felt bad about what happened, but I also understood why it happened. And it was just frustrating because everybody wanted to believe in like him being a GOAT. Not a thing. They tank and get an actual good quarterback.
You know what, Joe? I don't think that's a terrible idea because they really had no choice in getting a quarterback. Like you have to build the offensive line. That's what they did. They grabbed an offensive lineman. They've got a lot of good young pieces there. They're building a foundation. So if Fields can't figure out how to stand in the pocket and complete a pass that's 5 yards down the field, they'll find a quarterback that will. And by all accounts, you're going to have more quarterback options this year coming out in 2026 as well as 2027.
And one last thing before we end this draft, and before Wendi poor Wendi, she's like, I haven't had to host anything. Is ideally, here's the deal though. I don't mean this with any harm towards men. Please do not feel harmed. The male ego gets in the way of tanking. Just saying.
Well, and that's the thing is like we can talk about tanking all we want. Teams don't tank. Like football is just too physical of a sport to be like, you know what? I'm only going to give 60% effort here. Like, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah. It's like us in fantasy. We're like, I'm going to suck this year and I don't have time. And then you're still like, my family suffers because I'm in the, yeah. All right. I'm done. I swear. I'm going to mute myself. All right.
All right. So I have a question for both of you. In a 14-team draft like this, it's okay to leave with just one quarterback. You're thinking, I'm looking at the board here. I mean, you're going to be able to pick up a quarterback for a 1 week buy for your stud that you have, right? That's what you did. I mean, well, Amber
I strongly considered not taking a quarterback. I've always been of the mentality that if you're going to pay up and get one of those elite quarterbacks, your season is going to ride or die with them. So drafting a backup, it's not going to matter because you're going to get a fraction of what you would get if Josh Allen gets hurt, like my team's fucked anyway. Right. So I toy around with that, but in deeper leagues, like a 14 team, I'm okay taking that backup because you're not going to have great options on the waiver wire. Because just looking at this draft, I think there's 1, 2, 3. I think there's only 3 teams that didn't draft a backup quarterback. So that right there, 25 quarterbacks are rostered. Those are the only good options at quarterback. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
So you're like, that's why I say like in deeper leagues like this, I am perfectly fine whether you take a quarterback early, you wait in the middle rounds or you just like double tap towards the tail end, grab that second quarterback, you're protecting yourself in the long run because you're not going to find streaming options in deep leagues.
No, 14. I will tell you, I did not mean to not draft a quarterback. I think I was just ranting about Justin Fields for so long that I forgot. So let's just be honest. Like, I would never in my life not draft another quarterback, right? And like, I really do enjoy the way that I draft. Like, I there are some hiccups here and there, but I actually
let's look at your team. What do you think?
Closest to the season, I actually feel really good about this team. I think with the current temperature around these teams, I feel very good about Gibbs' value. I'm not going to say that Montgomery is still not a touchdown hog. I'm not going to say that. I think Laporta is still going to get some love. I do feel questionable about Detroit's situation since they have coaches that have moved on, right? Like, that makes me question where they're at, but I still have faith in them. And that's weird to say as a Bears fan, the fact that I have faith in the Lions. Anyways, again, throwing up.
The Lions are going to regress.
No, they are. But I do have faith in the tight end situation in that, and I do have, because like Laporta, we had some regression last year, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, he didn't do what he did the first year," and I'm like, "Of course he didn't, because the first year was like an anomaly, like for a rookie tight end. Right? Tight ends don't progress until year 3, majority of the time, right?" So, anyways. Moving forward to Bo Nix, I feel really good about him and his legs. I feel good about the relationships that he's had, like where Sean Payton is a control freak, so he had to get rid of anybody that had any kind of veteranship. Like, he needs to bring in all new players so he can control the narrative, because he's just a control freak. It is what it is. Probably Virgo is my guess. That's what I am. It is what it is. And then Ramondre. Again, feeling good about his volume. I think people are out on him. I think his value is good. Higgins, it's an up and down situation. Allen, here's the deal. Braylon Allen is a great pickup, guys. Late. If you have any drafts coming up this week before the week starts, Braylon Allen is a great late pickup. Because like my guess is most of your
drafts. I have mine. I have my keeper league live draft, only woman. That's going to be Saturday. So put that one in my pocket. I'm gonna put Braylon Allen in my pocket.
Right? I feel really good about Braylon Allen, because here's the deal. Like, Justin Fields is probably going to get hurt because he doesn't know how to stop. He's like, him and Caleb Williams are basically the same person. Like, they go.
Josh's team is in real trouble then. I'm sorry, Josh.
And I look, as a Bears fan,
down, you're in big trouble.
I love them both. I love that they can use their legs, but they use them frantically. They use them like children. So like at the end of the day, Braylon Allen is a good choice, but I feel okay about my team. I feel confident, questionable at best. But anyways, moving on.
We have a question. What do you think, Amber? Redraft Chase Brown or Bucky?
Look. Can I swear on this?
Yeah. We encourage it.
Look, I'm a Bucky bitch. Look, I'm a Bucky bitch. Look, I love Bucky's. I love Bucky Irving. I love the Bucky's. I don't know what I love. I love Bucky. Okay. Love Bucky. He is going to regress as well. The Tampa Bay offense is going to regress. It can't sustain what it did last year. So just keep your expectations, like manage your expectations. But I'm going Bucky all day. Chase, I enjoy, but I really think that Burrow is on a pass heavy season because he has a lot to prove. So
what do you think,
I'll say this first. Tyler, welcome back to the comments. It's been a while since we've seen you. Always love redraft season and seeing our regulars hop back into the chat. Second, Chase Brown he falls into the Joe Mixon way of operating inside this Bengals offense. He will see volume, but he's not the most efficient. Bucky is on the flip side to that. He's still sharing touches with Rachaad White, and ultimately Sean Tucker will overlap Rachaad White. But Bucky is a lot more efficient. I have them literally back to back in my rankings.
They're right here, dude.
So yeah. I will take Bucky Irving, but I'm not mad if you prefer Chase Brown because he is the guy in that Bengals offense.
Sorry, I'm telling Erica right now that we're putting we're coming up with ideas. Bucky. Like, look, next stop shop, Bucky Irving here. Yeah, we're doing it. It's happening. Don't worry.
All right. Well, hey, Josh, I would like you, if you don't mind, could you talk about this raffle? Because I believe we're going to have some special stuff going on next week on the show.
Absolutely. So we have, as part of our Gods and Goddesses of Fantasy Football tournament, we are doing a series of giveaways every single month. This month, leading into the NFL season, we're raffling off a signed Nico Collins Texans jersey. You can head over to womenoffantasyfootball.com. You can click on the big graphic that has the Nico Collins jersey. It'll take you over to where you can buy your raffle tickets. They are $5 a piece. Every single dollar earned from these raffles goes towards our WOFF GALvanize Scholarship Fund. Over the last few years, we've raised upwards of, I believe, $12,000 for the scholarship fund, helping out women that want to attend the GALvanize seminars, boot camps, all these things to, better their roles in careers in sports media. So we're really proud of this partnership. Love Laura. She's just an amazing person. And shout out to Laura Oakman. She was actually just hired by the Washington Commanders in a role specific to and her relationship with Dan Quinn, which goes back quite a few years. So shout out Laura and congratulations on that. But yeah, you can also head over to the Women of Fantasy Football Twitter page, women of _FF. It's the pinned tweet. You can click that link and it'll take you over to where you can buy the raffle tickets. The raffle closes in 6 days. So Wednesday, the 27th is the last day that you can buy raffle tickets. And then right here next week at 10 p.m. Eastern, or at some point during the show, probably at the end of the show, we will be spinning the wheel and giving away the raffle, giving away the jersey.
I know it's going to be
a lot of fun. I'm super excited. We're going to have, we'll announce the jersey that we're giving away in September and the corresponding charity that will be benefiting for those raffles as well. So
head over there and get those tickets, everyone. I know I'm going to be getting some. I won the Sam Laporta signed jersey last year. It's pretty amazing. So, hey, Amber, could you let everybody know? First of all, thank you so much for joining us tonight. This was so much fun, like laughing the whole time, just like I knew it was going to be.
Sorry, I made it. Well, I'm not sorry. I am.
No, don't be sorry.
Be forgiving of my energetic nature, but I please follow me, Amber at Amber Alert _FF on Twitter, on Instagram, at Football Sexy on Instagram, all the pages, and then FF Advice Net. So multiple places. FF Advice, Football Sexy. I really need, here's the deal. Let me say this. I'm going to put out a pitch. Whoever sees it. I need one more entry for Queen's Ransom. It's been 4 years running. I've got some heavy hitters in there. Let's get one more person in there. If you want to join, it's a redraft PPR basic league. Right. Snake draft. It's simple. I'm doing our live next week. Our live will be at, let's go with, we'll just say 10 p.m. Eastern because I'm going to have to make it. I still have to figure that out. That's on me. I'm late, but that's fine. One more for the league. It'll be featured. It's my weekly show. So that's it. At FF Advice Net on YouTube. All right. Thanks, guys.
All right. Sweet. And Josh, tell everybody where they can find you, please.
I mean, if you really want to follow me, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at the one Hudsonian. That's the number one. But honestly, just go and follow Women of Fantasy Football. Go follow Club Fantasy at women of _FF at Club Fantasy FFL. Those are the sites that you absolutely should be following. Take care of those sites because there's so many great people that put in so much work over there. I'm just the guy that pushes buttons and says some random shit online. So.
We could not do it without you though, Josh. So thank you. And thank you for filling in for Sam tonight.
I promise you could eventually. So
I've tried.
But they don't want to, Josh. They don't want to. And Wendi, Wendi, I want to say thank you for bridging the gap for so many women. So thank you.
Oh, and I also want to say congrats to the Women of Fantasy Football YouTube page. We just hit 200 subscribers. So
yeah,
we're going. Look, let's get up. Let's move that up.
Sweet. Oh, hey, wait. We got one more question. Can we just do one more question, you guys, and then I'm going to sign off? All right. What do you think, Amber?
Henry in the first, Alan in the third, half PPR, 12-man league. I draft 10th. Henry in the first, Alan in the third. I don't like either. Move around.
Okay.
Based on those two, it's Henry in the first for me.
No, it's Henry in the first for me too, but I just say move around because, like, here's the deal. Get your wide receivers, knock out those top tier wide receivers, because here's the deal about running backs this year. There's four. There's four you can get initially. Henry's one of them. And then moving on from there, Allen, I'm sorry, Allen's not the king. He's not the answer. He doesn't have a team that he can really throw to. The reason that he might be fantasy relevant is to run and make moves happen. But other than that,
Right.
it's Henry for me
Right.
too. So.
Right, well, thank you for answering that question. So next week is our final episode of My Girl Summer of the Year. I was like so sad about that, but there are other good things coming. But Sam will be back next week, and our guest is none other than everyone's favorite commissioner, Dr. Kevin Murray from Football Guys.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be so awesome. So be sure and join us for the Ultimate Home League Draft, the 12-team half PPR mock. Also, we'll be giving away that signed Nico Collins jersey, so don't forget to support GALvanize. So this has been the latest episode of WOFF's Mock Girl Summer. We're live every Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time up to the start of the NFL season, which is after next week. So that means we only have 1 week left. It's so bittersweet, but we will see you all next week. Good night, everyone. Bye, Amber. Bye, Josh.
Bye.